What's up, guys? Your boy, Trent2K13. I'm going to talk about WWE versus NXT 10 fantasy matchups that must happen. For all Triple H mistakes in his time in the wrestling business, he had gone a long way to atone for his sins in the past couple of years. His involvement in the recruitment of NXT developmental talent had been widely praised, showcasing his knowledge of hot indie stars and eye for in-ring talent, two qualities Vince McMahon had often been criticized for ignoring. Suddenly, the WWE future looked a great deal brighter. NXT now boasts enough talent to arguably rival the main roster, especially in terms of pure wrestling ability. Surprisingly for many of the WWE understandably jaded fans, the company actually appeared to recognize the importance of building such future stars well in advance. Adrian Neville and Sami Zayn have already impressed on Raw, competing against a variety of established superstars, while Kevin Owens has secured himself a match against John Cena on Sunday network exclusive pay-per-view. Although it's a rather unlikely prospect, the developmental roster is certainly deep enough for the promotion to run an entire card of WWE vs NXT matches. Here are 10 of the most potentially exciting clashes to appear on such a show, a pay-per-view which would certainly excite fans were it given its own slot on the network. Number 10, Dolph Ziggler vs Tyler Breeze. With the exception of the Usos, it's doubtful that any two men on the WWE attended roster look more alike than Dolph Ziggler and Tyler Breeze. They also play vaguely similar characters, a pair of smug, narcissistic pretty boys. However, while Ziggler has morphed into a cocky babyface figure, Breeze is as pure a heel as they come, unable to enter the ring without snapping countless selfies and generally infuriating fans across the board. A feud between the two could center around the fact that Ziggler used to be just like Tyler, but incorporated a great deal of hard work and bravery into his game in order to extend the card. Breeze could mock Dolph for being past his prime, hyping himself up as the hot new model. There's a 7-year age gap between the two, with far more potential than his opponent ever had. Number 9, Sheamus vs Hideo Itami. Sheamus' current heel run is reminding everyone why he came into the company as a bad guy in the first place. For all the years spent smiling and waving under a John Cena-like gimmick, the big Dubliner remained one of the most effective heels in the WWE thanks to a combination of his intimidating look and brash personality. Itami, on the other hand, has all the traits of a natural WWE babyface. He's small, flashy in the ring, and portrays a diligent newcomer to the scene. A simple rookie versus big dog feud would be effective, but for extra depth, the pair could also play off Itami's extensive international wrestling experience, the Japanese legend teaching Sheamus a thing or two in the process. Number 8, Nikki Bella vs. Bayley. The current face-heel dynamic of the Diva division seems as usual, infuriating fluid itself. With workers changing characters on a whim, consistency is badly needed, and one of the most obvious steps in this, Nikki Bella should always to be an unquestionable heel. She plays the bratty mean girl very well, to the point where switching her to a face or a tweener seems unnatural and forced. Bayley, on the other hand, is as likable as they come. The pair are a natural fit for one another, and although a basic good girl versus bad girl clash seems rather unoriginal, the division would benefit from slowing down slightly and allowing viewers to engage with a simple, logical feud. Number 7. The Miz vs. Alex Riley. A rekindling of the Miz-Riley feud will hardly result in an in-ring classic, but the pair play such hammy, obnoxious characters. They will certainly be able to make the most of a number of stipulations. It could be argued that this storyline has already been done, with underwhelming results, but both men have been off WWE screen for some time now, and a rehash could be an exciting prospect if kept relatively short. With Riley undergoing surgery and Miz on WWE film duty, it's unlikely that such a match would take place anytime soon. This could be a blessing in disguise, however, as it would give the feud a much fresher feel and provide a nice springboard from Riley upon his return. And by the way, this article is coming from WhatCulture.com. Okay, number 6. Paige vs. Charlotte Flair. Another natural fit for one another. Paige and Charlotte's technical know-how could result in some of the best diva matches in a long while. The obvious route to go here would be Charlotte calling out the Brit as a hand-picked fraud, claiming that only she has the genuine skill and legendary lineage to become the WWE dominant diva. As with any women class, the downfall here is the risk of a lack of crowd investment. However, convincing Ric Flair to accompany his daughter would be a major coup, especially if another established name were to line up on Paige's side of the ring, with Regal probably the most logical choice. Number 5. Christian vs. Rhino. A WWE vs. NXT card would tick every box regarding the future of the business, but will also naturally lack the nostalgia factor which can produce some of the most fun moments on a wrestling show. This match will solve such a problem, pitting two underappreciated favorites against one another in a nice throwback to the chaotic early 2000s. A stipulation will be crucial here to match the inability to diminish skills of both men, preferably one involving foreign objects and the potential for maximum carnage. As for the build-up, it would be entirely logical for the charismatic Christian to mock his former ally for slumming it with the NXT rookies and usually losing, only for Rhino to prove he still packs a serious punch. Number 4. Daniel Bryan vs. Sami Zayn. Previously one of the most likely encounters on this list, given the well-documented history and similarity between Bryan and Zayn. This match must now be considered something of a pipe dream. It's highly unlikely that the former WWE champion will risk his health in an inevitably frantic match with his old ROH pal, but were such a bout to miraculously happen, it will almost certainly result in one of the most thrilling contests of the year. The pair have clashed on the indie before as Bryan Danielson and El Genero, and would match up well as two of the most likable, talented figures in the WWE. Feud involving two babyfaces often run the risk of losing some intensity along the way, but Bryan and Zayn's otherworldly in-ring ability will transcend such issues. Number 3. Bray Wyatt vs. Finn Balor. Many of the pairs on this list would admittedly work well as allies instead of foes, none more so than the unsettling pair of Bray Wyatt and Finn Balor. The prospect of the two clashing is equally exciting. However, even for the ring interest alone, despite the obvious ethnic appeal of both men, their feud wouldn't merely be limited to theoretic and mind games. They are unquestionably skilled in the ring, especially former New Japan Pro Wrestling stalwart Baylor, and will certainly back up their antics with a brutally hard-hitting match. Number 2, John Cena vs. Kevin Owens, the most likely clash on this list because it actually happened at Elimination Chamber. But the burgeoning reality of a Cena-Owens feud makes it no less compelling. The pair are polar opposites. Cena is the ultimate clean-cut company man, while Owens made his name as a dangerously unhinged renegade in Ring of Honor. Despite Cena's highly criticized tendency to win against just about everyone, he's tough enough to take as hard a beating as anybody on the roster. This quality will come in incredibly handy against the menacing Owen, who will surely get himself over at the next pay-per-view by beating the US champion within an inch of his life, regardless of the match's actual result. And number 1, Roman Reigns vs. Samoa Joe. Of all the potential NXT vs. WWE encounter that could possibly occur, this is surely the most beneficial to both men. Samoa Joe deserves an immediate clash with a big-name star on the main roster, given his status as one of the most well-known independent megastars never to have a run under Vince McMahon. Similarly, Reigns needs a believably dangerous opponent to grant him some legitimacy before he pushes for the WWE Championship again, a role Joe can play to perfection. Instead of predictably playing up either man's Samoan route, the WWE would do better to almost play this feud off as a callback to CM Punk versus John Cena. Reigns lacked the indie cred of Joe, having almost lucked his way into a top spot thanks to his awesome look and role as the third man of the Shield. Joe could use this to spark an intense rivalry, talking up his comparatively vast experience and daring Reigns to prove himself as more than a pretty face. Well, that's it, guys. Like, comment, subscribe. See you guys on the next one. Peace.